Whoa. We weren't kidding, man. This thing's a big boy. That is a 60,000 pound excavator on little city streets in the city of Altadena, where the huge fires were recently. In fact, I think they were here at this house doing a demo. Well, it was a house completely burnt to a crisp. Sad. Oh man, all these houses here are burned. I'm here in Hulk and I got Alex behind me in Big Flipper. And of course the arm is extended.
That's how you grease it, and then I'll go up and show the rest of it.
Is this SoCal Edison or DWP?
These guys are all here to assist. Let's get them here.
You guys with the power company?
Yeah.
Okay, is this de-energized?
You know what?
I always gotta ask before there's anything involving poles and wires, because before we move this and start rigging.
This pole, no, there's not like anything. Oh, it's not energized. There's no power on that one.
It's just telephone, right?
What's that?
It's just media lines?
No, they got some secondary up there, but it's folded back on both sides. That side over it.
Okay, well we're gonna be working within just this spot. Yes.
I'm gonna call my foreman. My foreman just got here.
Okay, great. And I was gonna ask you, are you guys gonna put
I try to grab the pole when you guys start working.
that way? Okay, good. To prevent it from going back and forth as we upright it.
On the plan, we're just trying to see, like my friends just said, where you guys are gonna sit.
Well, we'll be parked right here, so just give us a green light when you guys are ready for us to start rigging to this, and we'll do our thing.
All right. Sounds good.
Hey, Alex, trash day's not till Friday, homie.
Right.
Oh, you guys joke too much. Everything's a joke to you. Look, and this is part of those huge California fires that were all over the news a couple months back. Hey, isn't it trippy how one house is completely fine and another one is nothing but ash? Super crazy. That's sad, man. No problem. So just to let you know, that other truck's gonna be parked. I'm gonna pull forward more, and his rear end's probably gonna be right around here, the same width as my truck. Okay. So I'm guessing you're probably gonna back in.
We can be back in.
As long as you're hugging this curb, you'll be perfectly fine, because our outriggers extend out no more than up to here.
Okay, yeah, we'll put our riggers up on the grass.
Excellent.
And then we'll be right.
Excellent, thank you.
Yep.
If you guys remember that super crazy excavator we did on the hillside with no lift points, this thing's the same way. Very similar, but there's no rigging points right here. And all this, you'll crush it. Crush it. All of this. These things are designed for maximum performance in areas like this, residential, but it's to our disadvantage when they flip over. So Alex and I are gonna get our game plan of how we're gonna rig it, so we can do it in one clean, easy motion. So yeah, and this is why we can't, you can't rig to this.
Oh, this is tin, dude. All this crush.
Yeah, it's hollow.
Yeah, crush that.
Yeah, it's hollow, all down here and up here. Out of the question. All right, since we got some standby time, I'm gonna throw up the drone. Give you guys a scale. So we already know the routine. Every time there's a pole involved, there's always going to be the agency responsible, whether it's SoCal Edison, Department of Water, DWP. They always got to come out here, inspect everything, and give us the green light before we can even touch, just because it's close to these wires up here. Looks like it's pinching it, holding it, you know, from going all the way over. Once we rig, if we take off this unit or anything shifts, there's a chance that the pole can go over and land on that nice house right there. So what this thing is doing is literally holding it with the clamp. That's pretty cool. I had no idea that's how they do it. And that'll prevent this thing from going all the way over. I guess that means it's Archer now. Hey, that was fast. They already got that thing clamped up.
We good? Okay.
We could start now? Okay, great.
Let me turn around.
All right, go ahead and turn around. Maybe I could even back up a tiny bit, but these tracks, we'll give ourselves like a foot or so of play. We'll land right here. I'm safe here. Yeah, this is a good position.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
Now we're not struggling after going up the elevators on the track.
We use our 5/8 chain.
Not a lot of fun.
Me too. I'm thinking of dropping the chains, Alex, through the tracks right here and just pull from right here, huh? The easiest way to do it.
Oh, like last time, we got them caught in there. I said we wrap them around from that little D-ring there.
From right there?
Yeah.
You want to pull from there?
No, like this and wrap it around. Because I think if we put it through there, we'll get it stuck, no?
You don't think we'll bend those though?
These things?
Yeah, because we'll be side pulling like a mofo, dude, since we're using all the spiking power to get it over.
Yeah, that's everything. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, let's do that then.
We just
Unless I
gotta,
run it through the main there and just wrap it around.
you can, yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah, because that's how we got the last one stuck.
Like your blue line, because it's further out that way, we'll wrap through here. Your white one we could put through here, and then mine I'll put through the hole here.
Yeah.
I think we'll be fine.
You think we'll be fine if we run it through there?
Yeah, that looks like plenty of room. Look, you drop the grab hook and look at all that space.
Yeah, you know what? We'll find the bogey bit now.
Yeah, I know.
The bogey bit.
Let me get my gloves and my chains out. We'll do this fast. Bad mofos. All right, I'm gonna try to keep the action as much as possible with just the important rigging. That way it's not a boring video, but we're gonna double up our deck winches. So pull out the line enough to go there and then back to the truck to terminate with the snatch block right here on each of our lines. Ay, ay, ay. Ay!
Oh, this whole thing right here is rated for 33, man. Yeah, that's a lot, man.
Check it out.
That's smart. So you're gonna run one chain or are you gonna double it up? I was gonna double it.
I feel comfortable with one because I got the arm. You have the counterweight.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Okay. I got my container link right there. Whoa. Whew. That was fun. Yeah, I don't think they'll get stuck. There's strategic points where if we feed it through right there, it looks way wide enough. So we have to go behind here because pulling straight from the truck, I mean, with all the force we're using, we don't want to risk popping any of these off. Popping off the track. I'm being smart. Dropping it from right there to a chain clutch. And that's how we're gonna pull it over. Well, this beats working on a hill. I'll take city streets any day. So I think that's enough right there. I'm gonna just walk it over, then jump down and connect it. And I like the chain right here, because if you see this, let me just push it over one more. That way you can't hop this with tension. If I put it there, there's a chance it gets wedged. So I think I'm in a very favorable position. Yeah, dude, we'll crush the heck out of this if we went through here.
Oh yeah.
Huh. How many comments are gonna say, why not just fire it up and flip it back up?
Right? That machine could do it. I've done it before. Yeah, you probably flipped it before too.
Gotta go. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Check this out, guys. Let's go. I got one container link here. That way it'll articulate as it comes over. Hooked up to a master link, hooked up to another container link. That way I wouldn't side load either one of these or the chain clutch. And then the chain goes over here and out here, and this will be my spike. Again, I didn't want to put a chain through here and risk pulling this thing up off these the rollers right here. And there is a chance that these will be side loaded, these pins, but with all of our trucks combined plus me lifting up on the boom, it should be minimal. Just a risk I'm willing to take. Then we hook up to the arm and I'm good to go. I forgot, before we do the boom, let's just finish this. Whew. All right, now I can focus on the boom. That's gonna be, I think, a lot easier than this. That ain't going nowhere.
How are you gonna keep the line down? So you put a snatch block there or what? No?
I'm gonna just terminate it there. I'm only gonna two-part it.
Oh, okay. But your angle will be up there, no?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we have to throw the line down.
See, if I can go to my tailboard, look, this one won't be side loaded.
No, that won't.
I'm gonna go here. I like it, eh? That'll keep my angle nice.
That's what I was gonna tell you. You have to keep the angle down.
Really nice angle. And I have that to help me pick up the front. Once it gets to like 45, it's ours. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Pretty painless rig. Show you guys what I'm gonna do right now. I only have 2 of these orange chain clutches for the 5/8 chain, but I have a bridle that's 5/8, so I'll use that. Get to like 40 degrees and then we'll take off my free spool. Oh, bad mofo. Mad lines.
Right
I'm gonna terminate to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, nice and.
Beautiful. You know what I love about this idea? As I go up, this thing's gonna want to naturally pivot. Just picking up from there, we got it like this, so it's impossible. It won't pivot.
Well, as long as we spike that front one, yeah.
We'll just keep tension on both of them. And with me right there, we'll try it. If this doesn't work, then we know we gotta re-rig and use flippers, boom. Where are you planning on catching to?
The top. I just have to run another chain from the top. So by the time it comes over, I'll catch it, but I would really like to hook up to the...
Will be attached like another shackle in the middle right there. And your catch will be like right here. Because who cares? This is the solid part.
Yeah.
Like with the chain or something. And with your angle being this way, it's not like it's gonna slip up front. I gotta get my catch. Once we get our catches, we're done. Imagine if this was live and I can ask in real time, where should my catch be? Ideally, you obviously want it right here. What sucks is there's no easy eyelets right here. No direct lift points, and you got all these hydraulics and wires and hoses. You risk crushing any of this stuff, you're screwed. Too short of a catch line.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the second stage, but exactly like that. Except when I go to the second stage, I'm gonna marry them.
Yeah, 2 lines, huh?
I'm gonna marry them so it's doubled up.
What do we put a snatch block there? How we only control one? Because if you do it like that, then you're going like this, and you don't know which side of the line has more than the other.
No. That, imagine one ball all the way already up top.
Oh, okay.
You're right with the snatch ball.
Yeah,
But it's not complete. I just wanted to put on a second stage.
that's smart. Oh, bamboo full. Oh, I like that.
Right?
Yeah. I'm thinking of putting a line right here, running from the bottom. So by the time that I'm spiking with this one, when I pull on this one a little bit, it'll help this spike line, just to bring it over a little bit. Right?
Yeah, Bert, we got time.
Yeah.
Let me put on my ladder and do my thing.
Okay. Okay, count me real quick. I'm gonna climb on top and just pass me this hook through here so I could pass it through this hole right here. Okay?
You got it.
Thank you, sir. Okay, go ahead and pass me the opposite side, please. Yeah, that's better. Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna put an Omega chain right there, and that's gonna be my catch.
The double hook one.
But obviously I can't do it from that stage, the first stage. This excavator unit's gonna be too tall. But now that I know it works and that's gonna be my idea, I'm gonna re-rig them to the second stage. in there. Wham bam. And then this one can just come out completely. Now let's boom back up. Extend out a little bit. And this is where my snatch block is gonna go. The one I removed up top.
All right, cool. And then from here, I just put one around here. With that one, just to help me out a little bit.
Are you gonna get that?
Huh?
Are you gonna get that?
Oh, I'm gonna lower it right now. Right? Right? Katie will reach it. Jonas? Alex, just here you go. Yes, sir.
All right, guys, this is the final re-rig. Alex is just doing one more line. You see he's tightening it up right there. So as it's about 45 degrees, we anticipate when he gets to that point, Alex can use that line to help bring it over. Ton of rigging on this one. A lot of smart rigging, or at least I hope it's smart. We'll find out soon. So what I'm doing is I'm using my deck winch to go from my turret to the snatch block back to my tailboard. That's going to be pulling the front. Alex is doing the same thing with the rear. And then I also have one of my main lines on the boom right there. And then I got my auxiliary lines on the second stage where that green chain is right there. That's going to be my catch. It's not the heaviest we've done, but when you're working with the unit like this, these little machines with horrible lift points are always a pain. This is why they were here. This is unfortunately one of the houses, well, there's a lot of houses on this block devastated by the fires. Entire blocks destroyed. Prayers to everyone involved, man. That's so sad. Well, safe to say, I am very nervous. Come on, you monster. I'm gonna just tighten up on my catch. I'm gonna go over there and talk to him. I'm very comfortable with this. The trucks are incredibly stable. I slid earlier because I was... How's your truck?
Good.
I slid once, but that's because I stopped going in with the deck winch and it was only the boom.
It helped me out a little bit when I started going in with my catch on a little bit just to ease the tension. And that's
Which one's your catch?
This one.
Oh
Let
my
me
God,
move
dude,
over my chain.
Absolutely beautiful.
Right? The moment I went in with my catch, it started coming over a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Let me take this one off.
Here, I'll put my foot here, put tension on it.
Got it?
Yeah, just put tension. This was a good idea right here.
Yeah. That's why I put it there.
Thing dug in there good. There's no way to push it out, huh?
Huh?
There's no way to push it?
No.
What if you start booming down, Alex? Because we don't need the deck winches no more. I want to get it out of here so it doesn't bring it up. Let me get back on my side. If you guys notice, I got my line of action way over here to help compensate this and pivot it away from my outrigger. That way it doesn't, bam, slide into my truck. It's ours now. I'm gonna hold it right here. I am very comfortable with this. I'm comfortable. I'm gonna keep it like this. Maybe we could put some, while I have it suspended in the front, Alex, maybe they could try to fire it up right here. I'm gonna ask them. Okay, we're gonna keep it level now that it's ours. You wanna, are we gonna try to fire it up and retract it?
Okay. Is it good?
I can let it down now, but it's gonna damage the concrete even more, the street.
Right now? See if it'll retract?
Yeah, let me go down with you a little bit. Hold on, bro. See, if I let go, it's just gonna dig right into the street, huh?
Yeah.
So I'll keep it here. There. Okay. I'm gonna go in with the cable as you retract the boom and do all that, so do your thing. Let go, Alex, completely. Good. Can you leave it down? I'm gonna climb up there and de-rig. You safe with it? You didn't even need that extra deck winch like you wanted.
No.
That extra pull line.
Sounds like it's ready to ride, but I think we should be able to load it up on it.
You want to be able to drive it up, you think?
I think so.
Okay.
But the way it's kind of... You know what?
Want to lift it?
Lift it on you guys are here. You can just lift it.
Good. Alex, you got those 2 lift points right there. You're already in position?
From the tracks or from there?
Right there, huh? Or you want to go to the... You can do however you want.
I'd rather go to the tracks.
Go for it. Let's get my ladder and de-rig. Oh, and then the drone. Hopefully that got some good footage.
Easy money, huh?
Easy money. It's good money, but hard money. All right, got my gloves back on. I'm gonna just de-rig since this thing starts, which is absolutely fantastic news. And for those worrying about what about the engine and season and all that, it wasn't on its side too long. Plus, the mechanics that are transporting it are here.
When you get the truck, you're gonna wait until you're ready.
You go away, bro, because I think where you parked at?
I parked on this side, but that's what I was talking to Alex. Do I go from this side or this side?
You're gonna back all the way?
Yeah.
This goes in the...
The idea is...
If you're gonna back in, this is gonna face your cab, right?
This is gonna face the cab, but the idea is to put the way it's set up, to back in from this one, but you said it's gonna be kind of hard to get from that side.
Even if you tuck in your axles, it's gonna be a pain.
Oh, that's gonna be, yeah. No, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go from this one.
All right. Well, that was incredibly fun. I know all the regular fans of this channel are gonna notice how minimal Alex and I talk. On jobs like this, when you work so many good jobs together and you guys are both not experts, but I guess good and you know what you're doing, we're pretty much in sync. Okay, good. We can read each other's trucks without saying a word. It helps a ton, man. No confusion at all.
You gonna put 2 of them?
Oh,
Okay.
this one's good for like 30 something in the basket.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with just one. Once I get a little bit of tension, I'll climb back up and put some edge protectors.
Okay.
Bada bing, bada boom, murder she wrote. This one.
They're gonna put on a Lando? Oh. I guess it's short, huh? Little shorty.
Oh, we got it, look.
You got it? Right?
Go for it. Perfect, huh?
Yeah.
Right here on the inside, perfect. Let's go with the that cable, the white. I'll boom it up to you.
Okay.
Right. And then I can pull up and take an angle in. ¡Ay, me caí!
¡Ay, me caí! Arriba del Hulk.
You get the ladder for it?
I'm good.
Two of these, right?
Yep.
Bailey's blue, baby. Well, it's blue and black now with all the grease. More?
Yeah.
These are just my regular 15 footers. These are the half inchers. That is sick. They're a lot thinner than my regular 15 footers. And they got the urethane stuff, so they're incredibly strong. You pair that with a Bailey sleeve cut in half, incredibly strong. Rolando's calling me. What's up, Rolando? Before I de-rig, we're ready to go up the landalls here. I want to show you guys, this plan worked out so great with the dual container links. They're not just good for containers, you call them that because they fit in the top holes, but they're great for equipment like this. I was worried that this would bend. It did not. Neither did Alex's side. And you have one here so it could articulate, and you have another one here. Otherwise, you're going to side load a shackle, you're going to side load the grab hook of the chain. That way it's like this. I mean, you're looking at the end result. It worked out great. All right, so now that we got this thing pretty much where we want it, upright, now this is going to be perfectly off the side. Much better. Perfectly off the side, so we can be as strong as we possibly can to hover it over the curb. Huh. I know, huh?
Second day working for him.
Dang.
Oh yeah, correct.
You guys gonna dig the whole thing out?
Oh, we're gonna have to change it out. We'll
Yeah?
dig it out right now, but yeah.
Crazy.
6.5 feet down.
There we go, there we go. Now we can get it towards the curb, no problem. Notice how my Bailey slings, the thinner ones, fits right in between both of those pipes. Cable's in. Alex, spot him.
Where does he want the bucket on the pad?
Where's the bucket gonna go?
As long as you sit it, I'm about to move it forward anyway. I gotta turn it on.
Oh, that's right. Set your end first, Alex, because he's gonna drive it.
Yeah, drive it.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'm gonna hold mine because you're gonna have to turn it on, right?
Be able to. Well, you know what?
Well, because look at the bucket, it's hanging over your driver's side.
No, yeah. But that's, I'm gonna move the arm over. Yeah, I'll just put it in the back here, so I gotta move it forward. But hopefully I'll move.
What about that though?
I thought when you take your thing off, I'll tuck it in.
You got it. Bad mofos. Shoot me the ladder. Alex.
We're gonna hook it.
Just need the ladder. Thank you. This is good right here. Just gotta show this off. I rigged it so it's in between here. Nothing messed up, man. Going out here would be impossible because it would crush this on each end. Going on the inside would push this out. Going on the outside would push it in. This was the sweet spot. These are rated at 32,600 pounds in a basket configuration, just like this. Bam, done. Thank you, bro. Well, our job here is done. This thing runs so they don't need us to offload it. Now it's just a matter of putting everything away and de-rigging. Thank you. Should have landed on top of the blue. Yeah! Okay, I included that last part right now and fast forward just cause you'll notice that when we show up to rollovers, everything's so nice and neat and organized, and this is how it happens. I guess there were some guy just drove around that closure, but whatever. I was gonna say, if you stay organized, you don't have to you're supposed to just went around that like nothing. Almost tapped my DJI right there on the tripod.
He would have wrapped my sling around his axle.
We just stay ready 24/7 for stuff like this, so we could just show up to jobs and immediately rig. And while Alex finishes putting flipper away, I'm done completely. I'm gonna just help these guys out. They have a cleanup crew coming at night. Right now it's 4:06 p.m. So until then, I can at least push all the glass to the side so no one gets any flats. And like they rebraced it. They did a nice job, really fast. It's cool how they did it. Job well done. Pepe's Landscaping at your service. Huh. Fun times. That guy's hooked up. We're all ready to bounce. Oh. Ready?
Yeah.
Just let's bounce. I'm gonna back up and follow you.
All right.
We'll go out that way.
Same way?
Yep. Well, you want to check out the I'll check it out. I'll give you guys a sneak peek at some of the aftermath from the crazy Altadena fires. So this was the driveway, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy how sporadic it is, huh?
Huh?
Oh, that's the living room. You can see the chimney. That's crazy.
So how old do you think these houses were?
Old.
Well, look at them.
50s and 60s.
They're Adobe?
Yeah, that's like Adobe style.
Shovel? No, we're just looking. Oh, it's flipping out.
The thing came down like before the fire.
I was tripping out too how like
'Cause of the
this
wind?
neighbor's perfectly fine, but then this one's bad. That one's fine, but this one's bad. It's like the fire had a target or something.
You used
Like
two
they finger
rigs
pointed
to
it.
get it out?
Oh yeah, thing was crazy. Did you see it?
No, I just got here.
It was 180 miles an hour. The guy that lived here, and the peak of the tree came down and it hit right there.
That's where it's stuck?
Yeah, right with the tortoise, yeah.
Oh, crazy stuff, man. Glad to be of service.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, I'll reverse out it. Follow you. So there you have it. Sneak peek of the fire devastation. Don't forget, like and subscribe if you guys like this kind of content. Be posting 3 times a week. Only the best recovery jobs on YouTube. Stay tuned for the breakdown. Peace. What's up, YouTube, and thanks for sticking around to the end for Josh's breakdown. You'll notice a little change of scenery here. I've been doing the last few ones in my garage. That's just been taking so much of my time after the move. The feedback has been phenomenal. I'm going to do a lot more there. I made some more improvements, but this is going to be my home office going forward. So it's a little bit messy. Please forgive that. But I got a lot of cool plans for this one to turn it into one of those super cool, like, you know, YouTube professional office setups. But we'll get started with the video itself. So you'll notice that this excavator was vaguely similar to one of the hardest jobs Alex and I have ever done. That was that excavator that went down like 100 something feet on a practically 40-degree slope in the blistering sun with streets that took us like 90 minutes just to park there. I'll throw up the thumbnail right here in case you guys haven't seen it. It's one of my more popular videos. But unlike that one, despite the similarities in the unit itself, we had a lot going for us that helped us. For example, city streets. You know, it was right there on the city street. No climbing crazy hills. No having to knock on neighbors' doors to move their cars. The lines up ahead weren't an issue. They had power there already. Told us that it was safe to work. Didn't have to deal with the slope. It was hot, but you know, it's LA. You know, it's always hot. So this thing, like that of the unit, had horrible lift points, or I should say, no lift points. A lot of the machines that I've posted, like let's say the telehandlers, the JLGs or whatever, or the Komatsu units, those things will have like dedicated eyelids on the top. You could put in a shackle or run straps. This one had none of that. So the counterweight in the back, in the beginning when I went over everything, you'll see it's that big metal part. And right in front of that is the body. That's, you know, a panel, the whole thing. And then it goes to the cab where you sit in. That's it. There's no lift points. There's nowhere to run a strap from the track underneath and bring it up, because you will crush that whole unit. 55,000 pounds bringing it over, it's just not going to happen. So I had the idea of utilizing both of our trucks for full spiking power, and it worked pretty smooth. It worked a lot better than I thought, I'll put it. I knew it would work for one sole reason, is I had a boom line to the boom of this excavator. So while we were winching over, by pulling it up from there at that far end point, I think it helped us break friction a lot faster. And from there, it was just all playing with the cables before. We got it to 45 degrees. And once we got it there, I knew for a fact it was ours. There was, you know, nothing else to do but just let out with the cables and gently play with it. There was one small hiccup is I didn't want the street to get further cut up or damaged. It's 55,000 pounds on city streets, right? And those tracks are meant for dirt, for going forward. When you put it on its side like that, it did catastrophic damage to the street there. But I didn't want it as it came up to start digging itself in further and then pushing out that concrete, the asphalt, more towards the curb and making a bigger hole. So once it was at that 45 degrees angle, that's when Alex's line came into play, and you know, we helped pull it up a little bit. It wasn't like a barrel roll like we do with containers, but it helped a lot to alleviate all that extra stress on the street, and this was the end result that you saw. Now from there, luckily the unit did run, so they could retract the arm. Even though it ran, the guy wanted us to lift it and put it on the landau for transport. I think that's how this accident happened in the first place, is they were offloading here so they can do some demolition on some of those burn houses. And not sure exactly how it happened, but yeah, it ended up flipping. So by the time we got there was just the unit by itself. The trailer was already long gone. So I might get some questions I'll address now too of why we would start the unit when it was on its side once we got it upright. And that's an easy one. That wasn't my call. So the people that actually fixed those things, that where it's going to, the mechanic, that guy made the call to start it. So I mean, who am I to tell him no, right? My job is just to get it upright, which we completed. So they made the call to turn it on. There was no oil leaks, no transmission leaks, nothing crazy really. And it was only on its side. I think we got the call within an hour of it happening, and we showed up within 30-40 minutes. Plus it was just for a little bit to get the arm retracted because they couldn't transport it like that. So I think it worked out great. And then those burn houses that we've shown at the end, this was part of the huge fires that California recently had. We had the Palisades fires, Altadena fires, the Eaton fires. And it's, when you see it in person, because we did some jobs locally around there for vehicle extraction and whatnot, and when I did those container transports, those big generators, it's a trip to see in person the devastation. The house that I walked up to, literally all that surrounded was a chimney. Like the chimney, the brick was intact, and you see the fireplace, but there's nothing else. It's just rubble. So very sad, and prayers to all those affected that are still going through it and the rebuilding process. There was one house that was close to completion already on being rebuilt. How, I don't know. Working that in like 3 months is just insane to me. But I really do hope that, you know, the restoration process, that's what these guys were for actually, is they were going to do demolition, getting that stuff cleared out so they can start rebuilding it. So I really do hope they get on that quick and everything gets restored to the way it was before. And again, want to thank you guys for sticking around to the end. So like and subscribe if you guys enjoy this content, and let me know what you think in the comments. Peace.